Alright guys, I'll be honest, I was thinking about not making any more videos, but every time somebody subscribes or likes or comments, it kinda keeps me going. So if you can please like the video, that'd be awesome. So right after the ceremony, we did the cake cutting because it was falling over. We did a few shots out here. It was really dark. I used a little bit of light to pop it into their face. My settings are such that it's getting the ambient light and then just a tiny bit of flash, probably 1/128. So I get all these photos, and there was a lot of photos. This was a wedding where there was no dancing, so there was a lot of pictures taken here and later. So I'll go through it real quick. I'm getting every combination. I'm getting to them right here. So I tell him to kiss. It's a little weird here because she's so much shorter than he is, and he's not exactly tall. But see how he's kind of bending? Oh yeah, it was a little awkward, but they're a cute couple, so it worked. And so I'm using the fence as a foreground. You can see that there. So surprisingly, actually, there wasn't a whole lot of time for portraits, not only because it was getting dark, because it was dark right now. You can't really tell, but they wanted to go greet their guests, and yeah, so we got as many as possible within like 10 minutes, maybe? Maybe we had that?
Up, yeah. Yeah. Pero agárrala de aquí. Ajá. Con la otra mano también. There we go. And then your hand can go like this. Yeah. Because if you do it through the belly, it's like maternity. And that's not where you're at. All right, good. So this is an interesting scenario here. One light, people over here, the table in front of them. How do you light this up? How do you light this up? What are my settings, Andy? 2.2, 1600, 1/25th of a second. Why? Because I want to get more of the ambient light. Flash power's at 1/128. It's very low. And you think to yourself, maybe not everything's going to be in focus at 2.2, but they're all generally on the same plane.
Yeah.
And I'm further back enough that they are. Yeah.
All right, guys, look right here.
Maybe this won't work though. You guys, come on this side. Don't go behind. Don't go behind.
We get on the side.
Oh, so we all fit?
Yeah.
Like squeeze in, like you guys.
Just make sure, just squeeze in there. Really get to know each other.
Yeah, like if
And
we like it.
yeah, you guys, yeah. Move back a little bit. All right. Do you want to leave your mask on? You do? Yes. It's up to you. If you take it off, take it off. There we go. All right, look it over here, guys.
I was thinking I was going to use this video as a little bit of a rant too. I don't understand how some photographers can take photos with people with like them being right up on people's faces. Like you've seen that. I've seen that lately before, and I really like seeing how other people do it, but I don't get it sometimes. They use like a 50 or a 35 mil and they get right up on people's grill. And I'm like, you should try to, I think, be a little more discreet. You're not the center of attention, they are. And that's why I'm on the 70-200 here. With this lens, I can go back and take close-ups. I can go pretty close and take even more close-ups. But, you know, that's the good thing about this lens. The thing, too, is this is an outdoor ceremony. This other thing that kind of gets to me is how do other people light these speeches or anything outdoors in the night? There's no ambient light except for those little twinkly lights, which, you know, we're lucky to have here, but they don't set up external flashes, the ones that I've seen lately, and I don't understand how that works. It's just gonna fall into darkness like that one. See, without the flash, it falls into darkness. And that may be good for a few pictures, maybe some moody shots, but I don't know. I don't really love that for every shot. Just like I can see how some people might not like my external lights, off-camera lights, illuminating things. I get it, I guess. But what do you guys do? I really want to know. What do you do? Do you come out to a location like this, set up 1, 2, 3 lights, 4 maybe? I don't know. Or do you just go with one light on your camera with some kind of bounce, like mag bounce? You can't bounce it off the sky, so you have to bounce it off something, or are you just pointing the flash directly at them? Let me know. I really want to know what you do. But I'll talk a little bit about what I'm doing, and you could probably guess because you've seen some of these shots. There's a off-camera light to the left of them, to the right of them. Bam, you saw them right there. And then there's one right off to my right, maybe 45 degrees. That's my key light. So I'm lighting them up, and the off-camera lights are providing some kind of like rim lights. You can see that there. I really love this kind of look to the photos. Every time I'm outdoors, it feels like a blank canvas to me, as opposed to being indoors where there's other ambient lights to work with and maybe combat a little bit. I don't know how many of you guys have dealt with that purple, blue, green light on people's faces. I know I have. When it comes to flash and outdoor settings like this, there's 3 questions. Where do you put the lights? How powerful do you put the lights? And what are your camera settings for that? So I'll start with the camera settings. My camera settings are with a shutter speed that's pretty low, maybe 1/120, maybe something like that, to get more of that ambient light, those little twinkly lights in the background. The aperture is probably at 2.8 because this is 70-200. If I was on my 85, it would probably be at 1.8 and 2.0 maybe. All right, so the ISO is probably gonna be, I'll bring it up and down until I like how the ambient light looks. Probably not too high. Okay, so second thing is, where do you put the lights? There's one to the left of them, one to the back right of them, and then one 45 degrees from me. That's my key light. I don't use every light all the time, but I use the one that's behind them and then one the key light. So at an angle, I never really want things to come straight forward. Otherwise, I would just have the light on my camera, onboard flash, right? But no, I don't want that. I want it to be off to the side a little bit. That's where you put the light. Is the light not in the place that you want it to be because where they're located? Then move the light. It's like you just have to move it. That's it. Have an assistant move it for you. That's why an assistant's good. Some people don't have assistants. I don't quite get that. Third thing is, what did I say? The flash power. Well, that depends on how far you put it. If you put it really far, then you probably need a little more flash power, and then just test it out. This is the kill zone right here in the middle of this dance floor. Test it out with some people. It's like with your assistant. See how good an assistant comes? Maybe a guest. Hey, would you mind modeling for me? I don't know. I've done that before. So test it out. Check it out. How does it look to you? Does it look too overpowering? Yes, then maybe tone it down. Is it still dark? Bring it up. It's that simple. That simple. This time I had a little bit of help, I guess, because there's that ambient light for the video light. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. Today it helped. Let me know what you guys think. Please subscribe. This was a short video. It means a lot to me. I'm at 349 subscribers right now. I'm not going to make any more, and I have a lot to make until I get at least 5 more subscribers. Just 5 more. Or 6 more, so you get to 355, right? If I can get 6 more subscribers, I will show you some really in-depth videos, because this is the last video I recorded with the GoPro on my camera. From here on, I have it on my shoulder, so you get to see everything. So please subscribe. Thanks, guys.